Okay, first you want to say like who you are. I'm sure people know, but
say who you are.
Hey, I'm Jen, also known as Teal Pirate or Flamboyant Wreck.
And I'm Kelly Jane, also known as Kelly Jane. And we are two of Parle Productions.
and I want to say thank you, like thank you.
You're welcome, you're welcome.
And my friend Emily, the one that I had you call, I asked her if she had any questions, and she had one that I'm honestly confused about. She said, have you guys gotten pulled over this year?
Have we got an... Oh.
And
no,
I
not this year.
I was going to say, when did you get pulled over and what was it for?
I got pulled over my very first year of MetroCon because I was speeding.
And the best part of the story is the fact that the trooper pulled us over and he said, how long have you been in the States of America?
30 minutes or so?
Are you serious? 30 minutes and you get... Okay then. Well, no, you know what? Was it because of the lights? Are the lights different? Or...
No, I was just going too fast.
Speeding.
Oh, okay. Well, now you know.
But you luckily let us off. Thank you if you're watching.
Was it here in Tampa?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very strict here. In Jacksonville, never mind. I'm not going to go into that. I don't need them to be more strict. And what's the other ones? What was like your reactions when you see like all the fans that you have? When you have like people crowded around you and just like dying to meet you? Like, how do you feel about that?
She cries.
It's because I completely, I don't want to say disconnect, but I completely zone out. And then when my brain clicks in and realizes people here to, to meet you guys and we can't understand it. I personally cannot understand it, and it is the biggest honor and it is the biggest life changer. And it's just,
it's very different seeing names on a screen and then actual faces.
it's mental, and I wish we could give everyone like a whole day. Just like, that'd be amazing.
I'm sure they wouldn't complain.
Yeah.
But that would take a lot of your time.
Yeah.
That'd be like years and years. But I heard that, I'm not sure if I got this right, so forgive me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it one of your first ones where you were like coming down the escalator and you saw like a group of people or something and you like nearly passed out or like got overwhelmed or something?
Yeah.
In England, we're not that well known, like at all. All of our
I would
fan
think it
base-
would be a lot of them are in England.
Oh no, it's mainly America. And so it was our first American convention. We came over, we went down the escalator. We weren't expecting anything big because we weren't known in England. And then we came down and there were like 400 or 500 people stood there. And it was the first time we realised, oh crap, people actually watch
We actually
this
have
stuff.
people, real people who watch us.
These people are and it was just, and every time it's still overwhelming. Every single time, and it's unbelievable every time.
Well, if it helps any, I came last year, and it was my first convention ever. And I heard that you guys were going, and I was just like, I have to go to this one. So after begging and begging and begging my mom, and then using financial aid to do it, I finally got to come. And then this year, I'm just like, I have to go again. I just have to. And she's just like, well, why? They're just like people. I'm like, Mom, you don't understand.
See,
They're not just people. They're
See,
like,
we don't understand
See,
either.
we see it from your mum's point of view of, why though? So,
I'm just like, Mom, I have to see them. Like, it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. And then,
Sorry.
oh. By the way, how do you feel about the shipping name Jelly?
I love it.
Or, what's the other one? Ken and Jelly.
Ken and Jelly. I love Jelly so much.
Once I heard the nicknames of the two first letters switched, I honestly did that for like a month and could not say your name.
It was just
correct.
accidentally, wasn't it?
It was that one girl. That
Yeah,
one girl, yeah, the Zigbar friend.
the very first year we got given that Ken and
Oh,
Jelly.
yeah.
We got Ken from Street Fighter holding a jar of jelly. And we were just like,
And it
Oh
just
my God.
continued from there.
and yeah, it was. I love jelly. I just love the jelly show.
If it helps, I love jelly too.
I love that it makes jelly.
Oh. I'm sorry, I'm
All
such
the
a fan.
names we get.
Jelly, I love it.
I mean, what else would you expect with your names combined
Like,
then?
most shippings is like Nellis, apart from the airplanes, like, it isn't a word and this isn't a word, but the fact that jelly is,
It's actually a real word.
Yeah.
So every time I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I'm just like,
yeah.
like just a giggling fit, like, yeah.
suppose I kind of liked it.
And then a big question I was like wondering about, like, what would you say to parents or any people that say like cosplay isn't good because it promotes cross-dressing and homosexuality? I don't know why they say that, but that has happened in my church personally, and I'm just like, what? Like, because of the fact I've dated girls, they're just like, it's cosplay's fault. I'm like,
our response is, so? Even if it did promote homosexuality and cross-dressing, who cares? Who does it hurt?
It's also the
You're
fact
not hurting me right now. I'm not hurting you right now.
reach down, pinch her.
It's also just like the fact of parents seem to have such a huge problem with it, and yet we're not out smoking, we're not out drinking, we're not out getting pregnant, we're not going having drugs, we are learning to socialize, learning to act, learning to sew, learning to accept all sorts of sexualities, races, genders, everything. And I fail to see where the problem is with this hobby when there are so many out there that you think it could be worse.
I think whenever anyone has a problem with cosplay, the problem is with them more than it is with the cosplayer. And I think a lot of cosplayers are convinced otherwise, and it's not the case.
That's why I like conventions, because you have people of all sorts of genders, races, sexualities, but it's all like, I used to say a close community, because like everyone cares about everyone else.
And like, it's the fact of, you know, what you essentially are doing, you're getting into a costume and acting. You would never go up to Johnny Depp and say, well, I think you're ridiculous, so you want to be in a character. And
Why are
act.
you cosplaying?
It's like they get mad at us
professionally?
for doing it, but actors do it all the
You
time.
would never say that to a professional actor.
You don't tell someone who plays football, who doesn't do it professionally, well, you shouldn't do it because you're not professional. So why would you do it to someone who's basically acting but not professionally?
Exactly.
Like I've had people that like love the Harry Potter series, and in the thing they're dressing up and acting as a character. But when I go and say, hey, I'm making this new costume or going to this convention, they're like, oh, that's horrible. That's you shouldn't do that. That's so bad. I'm like,
Life is far too short.
To worry
To
about
worry
kids
about that.
in costumes.
like I don't use this phrase often, but it's kind of like YOLO. You only live once, so why not do
Carpe
what you
diem.
like? Like, why not do what you like? At least I'm not out drinking, smoking, getting pregnant. So it's like,
Carpe
what's
diem. Just don't worry about what other people think. I know it's the hardest thing.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, it's the hardest thing in the world to overcome what people think of you, but you only live once.
Slowly getting louder out here.
I know I'm like, what is one of your guys' favorite conventions that you've been to?
This one.
This one.
I was gonna say you don't have to say this one just
No.
because you're at this one.
This one.
This one. Because it's always set that whole thing of, my God, people actually watch us, and it's every single year we get shocked by individual people.
Isn't this your guys' 5th year? Oh my gosh.
And we get shocked every single year by individuals, by groups, by...
Were you guys shocked when you first got like the invitation to come over?
Yeah. A little bit.
Like you weren't surprised, you weren't
We weren't expecting
expecting it.
We never made Demic's time with the intention of getting popular. That was, and it's never been our sort of thing. We just...
And we came
like
over
doing
the
it for
first
fun.
year on our own money, completely, with no plans. We weren't guests, and then they asked us to come back because of the reception we got.
Oh, so you came.
We came the first time just because we wanted to as attendees.
Yeah.
So
They
is
asked
that was that your first time coming to America? Did you like it?
To an American convention, yeah.
Yeah, it's an American convention.
Do you guys like America?
Yes.
Its conventions are good. I won't go into its politics.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
was saying don't get into drivers because
Your theme parks.
I
are
say
great.
to the person that was speeding and got pulled over. No,
Your theme parks and Starbucks are great.
theme parks, yeah. Wow. Okay. For some reason I was like, what's a theme park? Sorry. And is there any convention that you would like to go to? Like one that you just like want to go to in the future?
Not really. Like everyone always says, San Diego Comic Con and all these big
Oh
ones.
my
but
gosh.
I don't like huge conventions because you have no time to actually speak to anyone. And you
I would say
lose
you'd have more
easily.
people than you do here, and you already don't have.
We
like,
don't
a
have
lot
the
of
time to speak to everyone who comes here for more than a few seconds most of the time.
We
So
get
I would
so
hate to go to a
bad.
bigger one where there's even more of a problem trying to speak to people. It just doesn't appeal to me.
No.
I actually like that you like not sitting, but like speaking with fans and all that. Because I know a lot of people that are just like do the panel and then just like leave, like don't say hi to everyone. And I'm
we've
just like,
never
oh my
done
gosh.
Never, because like what I said at the end of one of the other panels, of people have dedicated hours, weeks, years to watching our stuff. I wish we could give them more than like a minute of our time.
The very least we can give them is a few seconds of our time to say hello and
Or
sign
an
things
interview.
and do photos or do an interview.
Yeah, and it just feels awful. It feels so bad that we can't properly talk.
But like last year, like I said, was my first convention. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm going to meet them because they're going to do like an interview and then like go out the back and I'm never going to see them. And then I walk by and I'm like, what's that huge group? And you guys are just like standing there. I'm like, oh my God, it's them.
Yep,
And I was so
every
surprised
time.
that you guys were just like sitting there talking with people, just like chilling out. I was like, that's surprising.
Every
Like
single
I
time. We always
was
do
not
it.
expecting that. Not that I thought you guys were like mean or anything. I just wasn't expecting that. Nice glasses.
Here's my baseball bat.
We come here just to meet people. So
And then have you guys ever met anyone at a convention that you then later became friends with?
Yeah, one of them sat there.
Oh, hello.
One of them came over to England and stayed with us for 2 weeks. So yeah, we've got quite a lot of friends
that's
out here
cool.
now.
some of them have flown from California to be here to see us because we're like,
I'll say, well, I know, it's like so many people come to this convention. I've seen people from,
Kelly, Jen, we don't want to be rude, but can we have a picture?
We're right in the middle of something at the moment.
we didn't want to.
Just
I was
give
gonna
us
say,
a
you can
moment.
do it, I can edit that part out if you want to.
No, we'll finish this quickly and then
Okay,
we'll...
I just have a few
yeah.
more questions. I'm sorry.
That's okay, go for it.
Oh crap, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so many people come. Like, I've seen somebody from Canada here, you guys from London, people from Australia coming. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's crazy. But it's like we all, it sounds super dorky. It's like we're all united
Yeah.
by
Oh, yeah.
cosplay and the love of it and all that. And do you guys have any like dream cosplays?
I already did mine, so mine was Mystique and I've done it. So mine's done. Woo! Achievement.
Mega Mind.
Oh yeah, you want to do
I
that?
want to cosplay.
Oh my gosh,
Mega
I wanna
Mind
see that so bad.
So badly.
You will. I will
So
make it for you one
badly.
day.
And you guys have any upcoming ones? I know you guys mentioned The Hobbit.
We're doing the dwarves, yeah.
So we're doing Thor and. Well,
I think I've
just
seen
finished
a
Thor.
progress picture of yours, and
Oh,
I
I've finished him now.
did not recognize you. They showed me, I was like, who? Hold on. There's cheekbones look familiar. That no, is that Jen?
Yep.
They're like, yeah. I'm like,
It's my favourite cosplay now, without a doubt. So Thor and
Keely.
Keely.
And then we're doing Borderlands.
Yeah, we're doing Borderlands.
And that's all for now.
and how did you guys learn to do like all the makeup that you do? Like, I find it amazing. Like, I
YouTube.
try and do cross dressing, and I cannot get the makeup right, like at all. And I'm just
YouTube,
like,
every time.
Every single
Cross
time.
dressers on YouTube because they know everything. Basically.
Yeah.
Trans people on YouTube know everything. That's basically that's the easy answer, but that's it.
and I feel like there's more questions, but I can't really think of them right now. So I want to thank you for doing this.
No problem.
Honestly,
Thank you.
when I first sent the message, I didn't know who was going to reply or anything, and I was like, they're not going to see it. They're going to say no. They're going to be too busy. And then I got to reply back, and I literally sat there. This is going to, once again, emotional. I just sat there, and I started crying. I was like, oh my God. They actually messaged me back. I called everyone I knew. I'm like, they replied back. And they're
You're
like, for
very
what?
welcome.
I was like, an interview. And then, of course, my friend Emily, she's like, you are so lucky. I was like,
very welcome.
thank you so
No problem.
much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye!